you see more and more people popping up that make money with AI art because it's just so new and there are so many opportunities to create amazing art that we can sell. I will show you a couple types of posters, how to create these posters, how to upscale them, and you can start making money with AI posters. Before we go into MidJourney and start creating our posters, I want to go through a couple of stores that you can check out to get some inspiration of what kind of posters people are creating. The first one, and probably the most known website about homemade art and crafts and all that kind of stuff, is Etsy. Okay, so on Etsy we can just go through and we see all different kinds that they have. They have a lot of minimal designs, so this one also again looks very minimal. It's just a couple of colors blue, not too crazy, and a little bit text in the middle. Another site that we can also use is Redbubble. And here we have also a couple different ones, but you see it's a lot of minimal stuff, so only 2 colors or very black. And the last site that I really like, this is also from the 2 posters behind me, that's called Desenio. And they have a lot of different styles. One of the posters that I think is perfect to create is this poster right here. And this is like pictures. So it is like a picture, very minimal, and you use it as a poster. So here we have just an abstract, a face on the ground that we can really recreate in MidJourney. Here we have some apricots and sunlight. And the second type of posters that are very good to sell are retro posters. Vintage and minimal is very good for MidJourney posters. So let's go to MidJourney and create our first poster. And I'm gonna go for vintage Bauhaus poster. I'm gonna add Tokyo, so it's gonna be from the city Tokyo. And in the end, for all the posters that we're gonna create, we're gonna do --AR. So that's from the aspect ratio 2:3. So we have --AR space 2:3. And while we're waiting on that one to load, I'm immediately gonna do a second one, and I'm gonna add flat design. So this also works very well. So right here, a vintage Bauhaus poster, Tokyo, flat design, --AR 2:3. The first one is loaded, the vintage Bauhaus poster Tokyo. It is already looking kind of good. I can imagine that this is just a set that you would sell as posters, that you have 3 of these posters next to each other. And you see that the texts are not amazing because that's a known issue with MidJourney. But after this, we will go to Photopea, cut out the text and add the original text that we want. So here we have the vintage Bauhaus poster Tokyo flat design. And I think these could work even better. They are a bit more different from each other than just the vintage one. So flat design, in my opinion, is always very good. Instead of vintage, you can also try retro. So retro poster, California, flat design. Here we have our retro poster, California, flat design, aspect ratio 2:3. And these are also good. Yeah, so the hard part with MidJourney is that it doesn't create the text well yet. If you're trying to create a poster, what we need is to make sure that the text is on the background that has the same color. So for instance, this one, we could really change because we can just take out this one as well. But this one in the bottom right is going to be harder because there's more colors in the background. So better to skip that one. And then now my secret prompt that is so easy. I often think with MidJourney, less is more. And especially for creating posters, I have one prompt that is just so simple, but it creates amazing results. So it's literally minimalist poster, flat design, --AR 2:3. And I will use the exact same prompt 2 times right now, just to show what kind of things you can expect using this prompt. You get some designs that I would really like to have in my house, and it's so easy. If you want to create a lot of posters in a little short amount of time, then this prompt will be your lifesaver, because you can get some amazing posters with just using this simple prompt. The minimalist poster is ready with the flat design. And look at this. So in my opinion, these are really great posters. This is really a style that people are looking for, and they are great. And what is good for this is also that we can easily take the text and just change it to the text that we want, or take out all the text. And here we have the second one. With posters especially, you want to be able to create a set or create a couple. And like this, we can just add the couple together super easy and have a whole set of posters. So these are the way that you can create posters that are vintage or minimalist and in a flat design. But what I also mentioned before is that it's good to create posters that are like realistic images, and they should also be very minimal. I have a full video on how to create photorealistic images with MidJourney. I'll put the link in the description, or it's here in the top. But how you do this is you start your prompt with what kind of photography you want. And I'm gonna go for minimal photography, and I'm gonna type lonely cactus in desert, and in the end AR 2:3. The minimal photography lonely cactus in desert -this AR 2x3 is ready. And these are perfect. So this is exactly the style. Let me go back to this store. This could fit really well. So here you see you just have a plant, just have the sea. It's just very simple images, especially here in the bottom. It's just very simple. And look at this, what we got here. It is just exactly what they sell in the store. So lonely cactus in the middle of the desert. This would fit really well, especially this one in the bottom left. I think would be amazing. So now I upscaled a couple images in MidJourney already, but they are not ready yet to be sold on the site because we have to go through a couple more steps. So this image, we don't have to change any text. This we can bring already to the upscaler. But before we go to the upscaler, I'm gonna go show this one because the text in the bottom of this images is not ready yet. So I will show in Photopea how you can change this. We want to take this text and put our own. And it's quite easy to do. You go on the left on this little square and you can pull it all over the text that we want to delete. So that's why we needed the background to be the same color so we can take it all away. So I make a square going over all the text and you see that's not the correct color. So what we can do here, we go to the left, to this little square on the left, and we select the color next to it, press OK. And then this square is still selected and we go to the top, select fill and click here on the color that we just selected. And you see that the text is gone. So now we have the poster without the text, but we wanted to add our own little text. So what we do here is go on the left, go to the T, and you can click here. I'm getting some Mad Max vibes of this poster, so I will type Mad Max. And if you press on the little arrow on the top, you can pull this however you want. And in the top, you go to size, and I can make it bigger. So I think this will be good. You can go through all different fonts to find one that you like. I think this one is actually quite nice. Here on this little button in the top, you can select the color. We have our personal poster with the text how we want it. But now we're not done yet because we have to upscale the image to be in a good size for the web stores. So we go on the left to File. I'm gonna use the AI image upscaler for this video. And this is a tool that can upscale your image up to 800% without quality loss. You import a low-res image, upscale image with AI. So you can do either 2 times, 4 times, or 8 times. So it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the best quality that you can have for posters. And after that, you can just download the upscaled image. So you can see here on this little video. So here's the original. Then without AI upscaling, it's very ugly if it's big, but with, it's very pretty. So I logged in, I signed in for free. And here you can drag or drop a file. I want to upscale my lonely cactus in the desert because honestly, I would like to have this printed out. So I just pull it in here and it is uploading. It goes quite fast. So you see that the original is size 1000 by 1500 pixels. And here you see what size it would be. And I'm gonna go for 4 times because that would be more than enough. If you want even bigger, you can go for 8 times, but 4 times for me is enough. So I just press 4 times. The cactus is upscaled, so let's take a look. So you see here, for instance, that there's already way more detail. The left one is the original one and the right one is the upscaled one. And the pot looks way more detailed. And I can just download it without watermark. It consumes 1 credit. Redbubble is my personally go-to place to sell AI art online because it's so easy to set up and so easy to create an account. In the top right, you just click on sell your art. You can either set up a store or as a customer. We are gonna be a store. You arrive on your dashboard and you can do a couple things. You can create products, set up shop and get paid. After you download your upscaled image, you can go to Redbubble, select create a new work and upload it right here. And you can add a little title. So the title will be Lonely Cactus in Desert. And here below you see that this image is enabled now for these products. So people can order it on a hat. And if you go more down, here on the left is the most important one, the prints, cards and posters. So I select that one and you see that this is enabled. If you press here on this button, you see the price that people are paying for a certain print. So they can do a metal print, a poster is between 12.24 and 30.64. And on the right, you can select your markup. If you do 10%, you will receive less money if people buy, but maybe people go more often because it's cheaper. Then you can go all the way to the bottom. This is a photography. It's not mature content and I have the rights and you can save work. And like this, I added my first poster to the store I think the ability of MidJourney to create posters is something next level, and it's a lot of fun to do. Please let me know in the comments if you like this also and if you are gonna create your own Redbubble store. I have a link in the description to the upscaler that you can use if you want to. And otherwise, you can watch another video on MidJourney on how to create the most realistic images ever. You can watch that here. And otherwise, subscribe and see you in the next AI video.